All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we're talking about the ultimate workout, but not for your body. We're talking about upgrading your single most powerful tool, your brain. So let's jump right in. You know that feeling, right? You walk into a room totally confident you had a reason, and then poof, it's gone. Why am I here again? It's a classic moment we've all had. And yeah, it's frustrating, but it's also kind of like a little nudge from your brain, a sign that maybe it's time for a tune-up. And that brings us to the core idea for today. Think about this. Your brain is like a muscle. It's not this fixed thing that just is. The more you use it, the more you challenge it, the stronger and sharper it gets. It completely changes how we think about brain health. It's not about losing it, it's about building it. Okay, so how does this actually work? Is it magic? Not quite, but it's pretty close. We're going to dive into the science of how we can unlock our brain's full potential. And it really comes down to two key ideas. First up is this incredible concept called neuroplasticity. Seriously, think of it as your brain's superpower. It means your brain isn't set in stone. It can literally reorganize itself, form new connections at any point in your life. Every time you learn something new, you're physically rewiring your brain. That's what we're trying to tap into here. And that ties directly into our second big idea, cognitive reserve. The best way to think about this is like a savings account for your brain. The more you challenge your mind, the more you deposit into that account. This reserve, this mental cushion, helps your brain stay resilient and cope with whatever life throws at it, even helping to push back against age-related changes. All right, so we get the why, neuroplasticity, cognitive reserve. Now for the really fun part, the how. How do we actually do this? Well, we've got a fantastic toolkit for you, broken down into three super simple, easy to remember categories. Here they are: puzzles and play, learn and create, and move and meditate. See? Simple stuff. Let's dig into that first one, shall we? So, puzzles and play. This one is all about making brain training feel, well, not like training at all. It's about making it a game. The goal is to challenge your logic and problem-solving skills in a way that's actually fun, not some boring chore you have to get through. And what's so cool about this is the variety you've got. Each one of these things hits a slightly different part of your brain. Sudoku, that's pure logic. Jigsaw puzzles, they're amazing for your spatial reasoning. And something like chess or bridge, wow, that's a full-on workout for strategy, planning, and memory. But you might be wondering, does this stuff actually work? Oh yeah, the research is crystal clear. Get this. One study found that older adults who do crosswords on the regular have brains that function like they're 10 years younger. 10 years. I mean, think about that. That's an incredible payoff for doing a puzzle with your morning coffee. Okay, on to category number 2, learn and create. This one is all about novelty, about shaking things up. It's about pushing your brain out of its comfort zone, because that's what forces it to build those brand new neural pathways. This is where the magic really happens. And the trick here is it's not just about doing anything new. It's about tackling something complex, something that takes real focus. Think about learning a musical instrument. That's your motor skills, memory, and hearing all working together. Heck, even just cooking a really complicated new recipe is a huge workout for your brain's multitasking and planning skills. And a perfect example of this is learning a new language. I mean, it's like a supercharger for your brain. It forces your mind to constantly jump between different sets of rules and vocabulary, which builds up something called cognitive flexibility. And a ton of research shows that this is directly linked to delaying the onset of dementia symptoms. Pretty powerful stuff. All right, our third and final category, move and meditate. Now, we have this habit of separating our physical health from our mental health, right? But the science is so clear on this, they are completely connected. Basically, what's good for your heart is absolutely fantastic for your head. What makes these activities so powerful is that they're not just about moving your body, they're about engaging your brain at the same time. Think about dancing. You have to learn steps, stay in sync with a partner, listen to the music, all at once. Or something like Tai Chi. That's this incredible blend of memorized movements, focus, and balance. So just how big of a deal is this? Well, the numbers are just staggering. One major study showed that frequent dancing was linked to a 76% reduced risk of dementia. 76%! That is huge! It's one of the most powerful protective things you can do for your brain.
And it's not just the move part either. The meditate part is just as crucial. Research from Harvard found that after only 8 weeks of mindfulness practice, people showed measurable changes in their brain structure. We're talking about physically increasing the gray matter in the hippocampus. That's your memory command center. It's incredible. Actual physical changes.
Okay, so this is all great information, but information is only useful if we actually, use it. So let's talk about the final, most important piece of the puzzle: how to make this a real, lasting habit. It really just comes down to 3 simple things. Step 1, find your fun. Seriously, if you hate Sudoku, don't do it. Go learn the guitar instead. Pick something you actually enjoy. Step 2, stay consistent. Even just 15 to 30 minutes a day makes a huge difference. And step 3, keep it challenging. Once you get good at something, you gotta push yourself to the next level. That's how you keep that cognitive reserve growing.
And, a quick word on all those brain training apps out there. Are they useful? Yeah, they can be. They're convenient, and they can definitely help with specific skills. But, and this is a big but, they are not a magic pill. The research is pretty clear that they work best when you combine them with real-world activities. So think of them as a supplement to your workout, not the entire workout itself.
So there you have it. We've looked at the science, we've gone through the toolkit. The big takeaway here is that your brain is anything but fixed. It's this incredible, dynamic muscle just waiting for you to strengthen it. So the only question left is, what are you going to do to sharpen it today?